iSnoopDogg.com online radio with your morning sports scores and updates. Today is Tuesday, November 4th, 2025. We have a busy day in sports, so here we go. A quick recap of Week 9 in the NFL. On Thursday, October 30th, the Ravens beat the Dolphins 28-6. The Bears beat the Bengals 47-42. The Vikings beat the Lions 27-24. The Panthers beat the Packers 16-13. The Chargers beat the Titans 27-20. The Patriots beat the Falcons 24-23. The 49ers beat the Giants 34-24. The Steelers beat the Colts 27-20. The Broncos beat the Texans 18-15. The Jaguars beat the Raiders 30-29. The Rams beat the Saints 34-10. The Bills beat the Chiefs 28-21. The Seahawks beat the Commanders 38-14 on Sunday Night Football. And last night in Monday Night Football, November 3rd, 2025, the Cardinals beat the Cowboys 27-17 to conclude Week 9 of the NFL. The Cardinals improve to 3-5 overall with a 2-2 record on the road, and the Cowboys fall to 3-5-1 tie with a 2-1-1 record at home. Last night, Monday Night Football, the Cardinals beat the Cowboys 27-17. In the NBA last night on Monday, November 3rd, the Timberwolves beat the Nets 125-109. The Bucks beat the Pacers 117-115. The Jazz beat the Celtics 105-103. The Knicks beat the Wizards 119-102. The Rockets beat the Mavericks 110-102. The Pistons beat the Grizzlies 114-106. The Nuggets beat the Kings 130-124. The Lakers beat the Trailblazers 123-115. And the Heat beat the Clippers 120-119 to conclude the night for NBA last night on Monday, November 3rd. NBA season will continue tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. ESPN has the Bucks at the Raptors as the first game listed, starting the night. In the NBA tonight on Tuesday, November 4th, the Bucks are -4.5 on the road to kick off the night at the Raptors with an over-under of 236.5 points for that game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 games tonight for the NBA, Tuesday, November 4th. MLB season is over. Of course, we'll go through a couple more days where we get that out of the routine of our sports updates in the morning. Dodgers did win the World Series this year. There is no more baseball as of right now until next season. College football last night to kick off Week 11 in college football on Monday, November. There was no games last night. We had our Monday night. We had the Tuesday night scores for college football, the games posted last night, but the games for college football are not until tonight. Week 11 will continue tonight in college football, Tuesday, November 4th. We did have a couple dates mixed up with a couple of our games. Thank you for your patience. We do apologize for any inconvenience. Tuesday, November 4th, tonight, Massachusetts at Akron, Massachusetts. UMass is 0-8 with 0-4 record in the division, and Akron is 3-6 overall with a 2-3 record in the MAC division. Akron is -10.5 points at home versus UMass with an over-under of 49.5 points. That game does kick off at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight on CBS Sports Network. Miami, Ohio at Ohio also starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. This game will be playing at ESPN on ESPN2. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Miami, Ohio at Ohio. Miami, Ohio is 5-3 overall with a 4-0 record in the MAC division. And Ohio is 5-3 overall with a 3-1 record in the MAC division. Ohio is minus 2.5 points at home with an over-under of 49.5 points for the odds in the over-under for this game. Massachusetts at Akron, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, CBS Sports Network. Second game of the night starting at the same time, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN2, Miami, Ohio at Ohio. Week 11 kicks off for NCAA football tonight at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. In the NHL tonight, in the NHL last night on Monday, November 3rd, the Maple Leafs beat the Penguins 4-3. The Blues beat the Oilers 3-2. The Canucks beat the Predators 5-4. And the Kraken beat the Blackhawks 3-1. NHL season will continue tonight at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. ESPN has the Mammoth at the Sabres as the first game to start NHL on Tuesday, November 4th. Currently, Utah is minus 130 on the road, and the Sabres are plus 110 at home. For our local listeners, the Bruins are at the Islanders tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time start on ESPN Plus or NESN. For our local listeners, Bruins at the Islanders, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Currently, the Bruins are plus 135 on the road, and the Islanders are minus 155 at home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hockey games tonight in the NHL as the NHL season continues tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. For our local and national listeners, the Bruins are on at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN Plus and NESN for our local listeners. Bruins at the Islanders, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time start. In soccer last night in the English Premier League, there was an afternoon game, 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on Monday, November 3rd. Sunderland tied with Everton 1-1. Sunderland is 5-3-2 overall, and Everton 3-3-4 overall. In the Men's Soccer League yesterday and last night, on Monday, November 3rd, Seattle Sounders Football Club beat Minnesota United Football Club 4-2. In more sports, college basketball started last night. And ESPN has set this up in a way that it took me a minute to get to. Here we go. Monday, November 3rd. Men's college basketball is here. Here we go. Houston at Lehigh, 75-57. Houston beat Lehigh 75-57. Arizona beat Florida 93-87. UConn beat New Haven 79-55. St. John's beat Quinnipiac 108-74. Michigan beat Oakland 121-78. BYU beat Villanova 71-66. Louisville beat South Carolina State 104-45. UCLA beat Eastern Washington 80-74. Arkansas beat Southern 109-77. Alabama beat North Dakota 91-62. Iowa State beat Fairleigh Dickinson 88-50. Illinois beat Jackson State 113-55. Tennessee beat Mercer 76-61. Kansas beat Green Bay 94-51. Auburn beat Bethune-Cookman 95-90. Gonzaga beat Texas Southern 98-43. Michigan State beat Colgate 80-69. Wisconsin beat Campbell 96-64. North Carolina beat Central Arkansas 94-54. Winthrop beat Queen's University 81-74. St. Bonaventure beat Bradley 69-63. East Texas A&M beat Arlington Baptist 119-60. Lamar beat Texas A&M San Antonio 93-53. Prairie View A&M beat College of Biblical Scholars and Schools 95-48. ESPN cuts me off on the full title of that school. Prairie View A&M beat College of Biblical School 95-48. Murray State at Omaha 85-77. Stephen F. Austin 103 over Millsaps 76. Stephen F. Austin beat Millsaps 103-76. Drake beat Northern Arizona 77-71. Stonehill beat Thomas, Maryland. Thomas M.E. 148. Drexel beat Widener 93-59. VMI beat Johnson in Wales 122-58. Eastern Michigan beat Georgia State 71-49. Stony Brook beat Farmingdale State 66-59. High Point beat Furman 97-71. Buffalo beat Southern Miss 85-79. Ohio State beat IU Indianapolis 118-102. Maryland beat Coppin State 83-61. Georgetown beat Morgan State 87-70. Miami, Ohio beat Old Dominion 87-72. The Citadel beat Erskine 105-61. Chattanooga beat Union, Kentucky 92-39. Missouri beat Howard 88-67. Western Michigan beat Coastal Carolina 76-71. Arkansas State beat Ohio 89-85. Florida International beat Florida National 101-49. Norfolk State beat Washington Adventist 98-76. Davidson beat DeSales 97-63. Morehead State beat Midway University 89-84. Liberty beat Kentucky Christian 98-57. Kennesaw State beat Payne 105-30. Jacksonville State beat Oakwood 117-63. William and Mary beat Georgian Court 110-63. Charleston beat Tusculum 79-58. Marshall beat UMass 78-72. Longwood beat Mary Baldwin 92-55. Lemoyne beat Sonny Cobleskill 94-50. Vermont beat Western New England 75-68. UMass Lowell beat Rivier 107-55. George Mason beat Wofford 70-46. Radford beat Western Illinois 80-75. UNC Wilmington beat Mount Olive 106-77. South Alabama beat Toledo 76-74. Central Michigan beat App State 82-66. Bowling Green beat Texas State 83-48. Wright State beat Franklin 86-37. Northern Kentucky beat Cincinnati Claremont 126-69. Florida Gulf Coast beat New College, Florida 96-60. Penn State beat Fairfield 76-68. Troy beat Kent State 103-97. VCU beat Wagner 103-74. St. Joseph's beat Lafayette 85-76. Ball State beat Louisiana 75-64. Siena beat Bryant 82-66. Akron beat James Madison 85-71. Cincinnati beat Western Carolina 94-63. Virginia Tech beat Charleston Southern 98-67. Syracuse beat Binghamton 85-47. Pittsburgh beat Youngstown State 74-59. NC State beat North Carolina Center, 114-66. North Carolina Central, 114-66. Florida Atlantic beat Boston College, 83-78. Rhode Island beat Stetson, 93-62. Duquesne beat Niagara, 83-63. Dayton beat Kansas, 88-48. Clemson beat New Hampshire, 88-38. Central Connecticut beat Vermont State, 117-55. Virginia beat Rider, 87-53. Notre Dame beat Long Island University, 89-67. Bucknell beat Delaware, 78-70. Xavier beat Marist, 66-62. Providence beat Holy Cross, 89-77. McNeese beat Champion Christian, 127-65. Grambling beat Huston Tillotson, 91-47. Seton Hall beat St. Peter's, 77-50. UAB beat Mississippi Valley State, 106-55. Boston University beat Northeastern, 76-75. Western Kentucky beat Tennessee Tech, 82-70. Sam Houston beat LeTourneau, 95-59. Georgia beat Bellarmine, 104-59. Georgia Tech, Maryland Eastern. Georgia Tech beat Maryland Eastern, 56-52. Navy beat Presbyterian. Navy beat Presbyterian, 76-55. Belmont beat Air Force, 79-63. Kansas State beat Evangel, 80-74. Texas A&M beat Northwestern State, 98-68. Tennessee State beat Fisk, 101-50. Southern Illinois beat McKendree, 83-42. Houston Christian beat Southern Arkansas, 74-70. Tulsa beat Oklahoma Christian, 100-57. Alabama A&M beat Blue Mountain, 80-60. Minnesota beat Gardner-Webb, 87-60. Army beat Sunny Maritime, 73-49. UC Davis beat Menlo, 96-69. Nebraska beat West Georgia, 86-53. Vanderbilt beat Lipscomb, 105-61. UT Arlington beat UNT Dallas, 91-40. Northern Illinois beat UL Monroe, 102-82. UIC beat Detroit Mercy, 91-71. Marquette beat U Albany, 80-53. DePaul beat Chicago State, 92-62. Milwaukee beat Hampton, 90-86. Charlotte beat Indiana State, 92-76. Northwestern beat Mercyhurst, 70-47. Baylor beat UT Rio Grande Valley, 96-81. Wake Forest beat American University, 88-74. SMU beat Tarleton State, 96-76. St. Louis beat Southeast Missouri, 92-67. Loyola Chicago beat Cleveland State, 91-88. George Washington beat Maine, 67-47. Miami beat Jacksonville, 86-69. Ole Miss SE Louisiana beat 88-58. New Orleans beat TCU, 78-74. Austin Peay beat Bryan, Tennessee, 128-47. North Texas beat New Mexico Highland, 88-74. Tulane beat Samford, 85-72. Wyoming beat Northern State, 99-75. Texas A&M Corpus Christi beat Trinity, Texas, 83-56. Oklahoma beat St. Francis, 102-66. Utah Tech beat South Dakota, 81-79. South Florida beat Florida A&M, 102-67. UCF beat Hofstra 82-78. South Dakota State beat Merrimack 75-66. UTEP beat UT Permian Basin 98-56. Montana beat Northwest Indian 106-41. Utah State beat Westminster, Utah 110-54. Weber State beat West Coast Baptist 130-38. Pepperdine beat Life Pacific 88-80. Hawaii Pacific beat Boise State 79-78. Colorado State beat Incarnate Word 98-64. Abilene Christian beat McMurray 92-55. Grand Canyon beat Purdue Fort Wayne 90-71. Towson beat Loyola Maryland 67-56. Utah beat San Jose State 84-75. Colorado beat Montana State 84-78. USC beat Cal Poly 94-64. Northern Colorado beat Colorado College 91-57. Oregon State beat North Dakota State 67-65. Idaho beat Washington State 83-81. UC Irvine beat Bethesda University 125-49. St. Mary's beat St. Thomas, Minnesota 84-58. UC San Diego beat Laverne 105-73. San Francisco beat UC Santa Cruz 98-53. UC Riverside beat La Sierra 90-49. Seattle U beat Denver 84-73. Portland beat Willamette 120-83. Loyola Marymount beat Lincoln University 137-54. Cal State Northridge beat Nobel 99-58. Cal State Fullerton beat Caltech 136-82. California beat Cal State Bakersfield 87-60. Fresno State beat Fresno Pacific 88-81. California Baptist beat South Carolina Upstate 87-75. And Washington beat Arkansas Pine Bluff 94-40 to conclude the night in college basketball on Monday, November 3rd. College basketball will continue tonight, Tuesday, November 4th, at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time start in Division 1 for the top 25 teams. 6:30 p.m. Eastern start tonight. Tip-off, Evansville at Purdue. ESPN has listed as the first game for our top 25 teams in college basketball to kick off college basketball tonight. College basketball kicks off tonight at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time with Evansville at Purdue tonight on BTN Network. 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time start. College basketball continues. If any of your teams or schools were mispronounced, we are getting our college basketball teams down as we are rolling through over 100, 200 teams here on opening nights for basketball. If any state abbreviations were mispronounced or missaid for any schools, we do apologize for any mispronunciations for your favorite and beloved college teams. Once we get rolling, sometimes these teams just roll off the tongue any way they like. And that is iSnoopDogg.com online radio with your morning sports scores and updates. On a runner in the jam today, iSpaceBar.com has 30-minute delivery or less. New from the store to your door, anywhere. iSpaceBar.com, 30-minute delivery or less. This is iSnoopDogg.com online radio with your morning sports scores and updates. Wow, look at you. You made another Monday. Another Monday in the books. Just four more days to go until we get to that weekend. Hump Day is just around the corner. Let's just knock out this Tuesday nice and easy, as they say. Here we go. Keep it rolling. You're doing great. Keep it going. Don't let anyone stop you. You are unstoppable. Have a great day, everyone. It is Tuesday. I am glad you survived your Monday. We hope you have some more in the tank. We're going to keep it rolling, keep this week going. We are working for the weekend. Have a great day, everyone. Great job so far. Keep it up. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine is here for you all day long with top music, top movies, celebrity gossip, breaking news, and so much more here at iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. We could not, and we will not, do it without you. Have a great day, everyone. iSnoopDogg.com online magazine with your morning sports scores and updates. Good morning. Have a great Tuesday.